Foreigner begins their historic farewell tour to the Pavilion at Star Lake Saturday, July 29th, along with special guest Loverboy. Plus, Bob FM has a special 4-pack deal. Purchase 4 tickets, lawn or reserve seating for just $96.90 plus fees now through April 16th. Link at bobfm969.com. Right now, I'm on the phone with Kelly Hansen, lead singer of Foreigner, who is in Vegas. So, Kelly, slots or tables?
A table for me. I've always been kind of a blackjack guy, but I really don't gamble anymore.
You got to keep the money.
That's right.
So this is the farewell tour. Why now?
You know, I've been doing this with Foreigner. I'm closing in on 20 years now, and 9 months a year on the road every year, and that's a long time. And it gets harder and harder to do these really wonderful songs. But it's a very challenging catalog of songs, and I don't want to be out there doing these songs less than the level they need to be delivered. You know, not only for the songs, but for everyone coming to the shows. I want us to be strong. I want us to leave strong, not stay here till we suck. You know.
Sure. Any special memories of playing in Pittsburgh?
It just all blurs together for me. You know, it really does. I mean, after all these years and all these shows, it's just a big blur for me. There are certain things I remember about certain places, but I have to say, especially during those summer tours, it's really like one after the other, after the other, after the other. It's very mind-boggling.
Yeah, well, this show is going to have Loverboy. Any stories he can share about Mike Reno and the gang without getting you in trouble?
No, they've always been really great. You know, they've got a massive amount of hits as well. So there's going to be a lot of great hits coming off the stage when we play. And those guys are great, and we enjoy playing with them. Played with them many times before.
Yeah, well, you guys definitely have a ton of hits as well, and like a really great catalog of deep cuts. You plan to switch a setup any? I'd love to hear Women.
I don't know if we've ever done that live. And, you know, whenever we decide to, like, change it up, it's like, you're going to put one in, you're going to take one out. So
yeah, I do. I'm not crazy about bands that don't like to play the hits. It's like, well, that's kind of what brought you to the stage, you know?
Well, I mean, I think that we realize that. And the fact of the matter is that every song we play is a well-known song. So it's not like we're doing weird deep tracks that no one knows. So, but we're going to try to mix it up a little bit and do some different stuff.
Speaking of songs like Jukebox Hero, it's such a great song. It's a great story. Boy catches a famous band, turns around years later, he's the Jukebox Hero himself. Any advice for future Jukebox Heroes?
If you're looking for a career in music, as I always say, you have to make sure that you really, really want it, because in order to do well, you're going to have to sacrifice a lot in order to get where you want to be. And I think that's the same with anything that's really worth pursuing. And it's just commitment, good old school, hard work, putting in the time, dedicating yourself. And I think that's really the best way to succeed in anything that you do.
So after this tour is over, you have any future plans? I mean, for me, I'd love to hear another Hurricane album, but that's just me.
Well, you and 200 other people.
so make it 201.
Right.
There you go.
I think I'm going to take some time off. I got married just under 3 years ago. I want to spend time with my wife and family.
Sure.
And decide what the next chapter of my life is going to be and how music is going to play a part in that. I don't really know yet, but I have quite a bit of time to decide, because this tour is going to go into 2024, so we still have a while to go. And
Mick Jones is going to be out there with you. That's amazing how he's able to stay out there on stage. It's great.
Whenever he can be with us, he's with us. He has to go by his doctor's recommendations, and man, I've enjoyed standing to his left all of these years, and what a great band leader, for sure.
Well, I know you're busy, so we'll wrap it up here. I urge everyone to come out and see Foreigner in the Berg, the historic farewell tour at the Pavilion at Star Lake, July 29th. Plus, don't forget Bob FM and Foreigners 4-pack deal. It's a great deal, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, 4 tickets for just $96.90.
The lower the call numbers are, the better the deal it is. So I think
my engineer might get a little upset about that.
We're going to have a blast. You know, we're really focusing on really just enjoying and having a really great time, and that translates, I think, to the audience of the show. Really focusing on enjoying it and having a blast because of what we're doing now.
Well, thank you again, Kelly Hansen of Foreigner. Thank you.
Thank you.